You won that Toyota.
$500. Yay! And there's another one going on that I'll put on tomorrow's Daily Doggy, where we're against all the major charities of the United States. But there we are, way down there at the bottom under the S's.
Oh, that's nice. What's that Parmesan cheese for?
That's because somebody left it up there because Daily wouldn't eat her dinner or something.
Oh, okay. That's fine. My day was good. Got all the downtown. I call that downtown, and I call this part of the farm uptown. So I got all my downtown dogs done. So that was good. They all did really well. All the dogs were happy today. It wasn't as hot and humid. Yesterday we got up to like 93 degrees. Today it was like holding in a nice, like 73, 74, which is really great, with a nice breeze too, which was nice. Now that Katie's not here, how are you getting all the dogs out? Steve and I actually are a great team, so we've split the dogs, and we each have a designated amount, and I take my half one day, and he does the other half that day, and we do a really good job at rotating through, so we're not really having a problem. And I have, on a few days, like on Thursdays, I have Margaret. On Tuesdays, I have Colleen. On Mondays, I have Shannon 47. On Wednesdays, I have Denise. So it's really, I miss Katie. I like Katie, but the dogs aren't hurting from it, I guess. That's what I should say. How do you know when a dog is actually hungry or just wants food for the fun of it? Chaos. You want to answer that question for us? Dogs, it's a dog. So you feed him, you pick a time in the morning, you pick a time at night, and you don't feed him in the middle of the day. Like, that's just with Magnus. Like, you can have a dog that sits there and stares at the cookie jar like Magnus. I just don't feed him cookies. And that's how we've lost 12 pounds with Magnus. So he gets his set food. And Carson, because Magnus had such good luck on the Magnus diet, Carson asked me how I did it, and she's now feeding Goldie the same amount of food, and Goldie's now, her waist is developing, and she looks really good too. So we're getting there. I'll patent something. Are you going to take Gretchen Staples out? Oh my gosh, yeah. Forgot about it. I feel like
we'll start looking for the Staples removal.
Yes, that's the next step. That's in that metal top. Yeah, but it's usually in the tools with that glass thing with the metal, whatever. We'll do it on the
old glass thing you sterilize the tools, the end stop. It's around somewhere.
I have to put Parmesan cheese on my dog's food sometimes. Noelle, when she doesn't want to eat, I'll sprinkle a little bit on there. Not a problem right now. Normally Noelle doesn't eat.
She's looking round.
She's looking very plump. I don't know if you guys.
We haven't had her look plump before, have we?
Not really, no. So
I wondered if she was pregnant.
Yeah, every other time you would tell me up until that day, she's not pregnant. Like every time, and I was like, yes, she is. I swear she's pregnant. I can feel them moving. But she's
round, so hopefully she's got more than 2 or 3.
Yeah, or like Bud said something funny to her the other day. He was patting her and patting. He always loved Noelle. And because Noelle reminds him of Luna, and he really liked Luna. So he sits there and he talks to Noelle very gently. And he said to her, are you actually going to go into labor and have your puppies, or are you going to make us take them out of you like last time? Because last time she just refused to do labor. We did 4 Pitocin shots on her, and she just sat there like this. Didn't even have one contraction. Like, we were like, well. And when we took them out, they were like big honking puppies. Like, she was just like, I know they're not coming out of me. And she just literally crossed her legs and said no. So we'll see.
Did she tell Bud what she's going to do?
She didn't tell him, so I don't know. So I'm worried now that she's looking. So I was like, are they just...
2 cesareans?
She had 1 cesarean, which was the last time. No, I'm sorry. So the last time she had that stillborn puppy. That was not cesarean. She had
2 puppies, and then we had a cesarean for the 3rd puppy or something. And then she had cesarean with the 4 of them. Really, whatever.
I feel like with her first litter,
You had her in the...
I had her in the car. We brought her down to Danvers, and I said, cut them out of her. Cut them out of her now. And George was like, you really should wait. And I was like, get them out of her now. And he was like, really go home and wait. And then we put her in the car, and that's when you wanted to stop at Staples for paper. And we pulled in front of, Maria double parked in front of Staples, and I was just holding this washcloth that I carried from the house, and I held it the whole time at Danvers Animal Hospital. And then I took it with me. Again, I'm just holding it. And I remember sitting in the back of the car, and I was sitting there, and I was like so defeated because I just wanted to cut all the puppies out of her. And she just went, and I was like, Maria, she's gonna have the puppy. And she went out back, and there was Magnus. And we still had that stain in the carpet forever. Right up by the driver's seat. It was this big black spot. I remember Paula said, you're all right. You don't need to hide under the desk. I remember Paula said, I told Paula when we got back, I said, it was like a couple hours after, I said, oh, Paula, like, there's some dirty towels in the van. And she went out there. She came back in, and she was like, there's a placenta in there, Megan. I was like, oh, yeah, sorry about that. I forgot that was there. So she still never lets me live that one down.
You could go lie down.
Oh, Ivy. That's funny. Ivy always runs around her house when they hear me talking on the computer. Hi, Ivy. You're a good girl. How is Pilot doing? Pilot seems fine. I think her bumps are bothering us more than her. It's one of those situations. I don't know what your thoughts are on that, but she's getting her pill every day. Don't be so worried. You have a bed over there to lie down on. Dave, will you show him his bed over there? He's trying to kick her out of his... Yeah. There you go. Good boy. Get up on that bed. Oh, he doesn't want to.
Stanley, get up to bed. I was making a noise and scaring him.
There was a big fly buzzing around over there. So Noelle, the first, and then she had Magnus and Murphy, and then she passed a stillborn, and then she had Mariah. When it was really, really windy. That's why we named her Mariah, because the wind is Mariah or something. You had that song in your head that day. So we did that, and then her next group was the Stedmans, and they were just so big that we did the C-section, and the next one was at my house, and she had one contraction, and then it was like one contraction, and then like a little bit of fluid, and then like 30 minutes went by, and then the puppy just like popped right out of her. So I think it just, whatever. There's a lot of different theories as to what went on with that puppy, but so now she's pregnant again, and she's either full of goop or she has more than 3, so we'll see. But she's definitely wider. Did you ever think about writing a book? You're such a good storyteller. I have a lot of stories, but I just never have the time to sit there and jot them all down. So like a recorder thing, yeah. There's a lot of funny stories, like the time when we had to pull sperm out of someone. It was like, I think it was Bobby or something. We had a cup, and you put it in a syringe, and you said, keep this warm, and I put it in my bra. And then I remember I forgot about it, and then next thing I know, I was training a dog at the North Shore Mall, and I moved weird, and I was like, oh my God. Like, I was like, I have dog sperm still on me. Like, I like, immediately left the mall. Like, I was like, I gotta get this out of here. So there's a lot of things, a lot of stories I forget about him. But there's some funny ones.
Annie tried to get us together with
some stories.
I tell you who else might get us together tomorrow.
You know what we should do next time? Next time we're all sitting around waiting for puppies, we should just sit there with a recorder and just all rattle off funny stories. And try and... Yeah, because it's a way to pass the time, and we'll just laugh because they're all hilarious. And we'll have the mic on so everybody can listen to us. So, no, I'm excited for Noelle to have puppies. She has that resting bitch face all the time. So people think that she hates being a mom, but she makes that face.
Is she chasing her out of that bed?
She makes that face all the time.
Grace, make
yeah.
your dog behave.
Grace is on the phone. Dave, will you tap a riot and not let her...
Don't let her bother that puppy.
Puppy that just got spayed. So yeah, I'm excited for Noelle to have her litter. She makes good puppies. This is going to be fun. Her and Walter, we've never done that combo before. I'm hoping that we're going to get a lot of the same dogs like we did with Walter and Merlot, like Gromit, Zeke, Xena, and Gabby, because Merlot is almost like the exact same shape as Noelle, height-wise. So That's my theory on it. And I guess they're both thumper dogs, I think. Merlot is Merlot? No, I have to look. Yeah, you have one right here, don't you? To go back that far for Merlot? She was your
Merlot is the
wine litter.
punch.
Yeah. There you go. Lily and Bobby. Who was Lily?
Lily she was old BMW stuff.
Was she the one that had the tooth that like went out sideways?
No, that was Luna that got in the fight.
With Lily?
No, with English.
Oh, I forget. Oh yeah, Merlot, Chloe.
Taken out straight after a fight. Moose, you could have pulled it out. We didn't pull it out, but it came back and was hanging there. We
Yeah.
never touched it. She ate fine the whole time.
Sometimes when you're ready, it's the best.
Yeah, there you go.
Jesus.
So let's see. Goodness laughing. How do you get sperm from a dog? That can be a question for Carlene. Book
That's
ID.
a question offline.
Yeah. That can be answered via
That's a
email.
dog fest.
Yeah, or Dog Fest. Bring that up at Dog Fest. Noelle is a great mom, and I love her bitch face. Thank you. Is Chaos okay? She's not covered. That blanket was all balled up. I just spread it out. It just happened to cover her butt. She's fine. She's normal. She's just fat. Yeah. So. Yep, Katie's been a sperm warmer also. Sperm warmer. You never know what we're going to talk about. Do you have a lot of mail
I
today?
remember that nurse.
Jessica.
Coming running up the driveway. I got a drop.
I got a drop in a coffee cup or something.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
That was funny.
it's funny.
It's not easily done.
I know. Colleen has funny stories about breeding dogs. And when it was in the Deagle House, and the Deagle House is in the old Deagle House, which was like, how big was that building? How many?
It was probably 5x8.
Yeah, 5x8, and we had like, it was divided in half. There was a little door, and you had just the beds off the ground. Then they had their feeders, and you had the milk house heaters that heated them, and the air conditioner was the fan with the thing. We didn't have ACs, and it's in there. And Juno and Bobby were trying to breed in there with Carlene and Colleen, so they were in the Deagle House. I don't know why they picked that small space. So a 5x8 building, but in like half of that. And Bobby's sitting there and he's trying, and then Thumper walked by. The little windows were like this big, and Colleen's like sitting there hanging on the dog, and Carlene's trying to guide it in, and he's sitting there going, "Mah!" like barking at Thumper out there, and Colleen's like, "How do they do this in the wild? Like they can't even." She's like, "Focus on what you're doing right now." Like, and the dog's just sitting there, like, "There's my enemy." It's funny.
That I had forgotten about.
Yeah. They want to know who the lovely lady is sitting on the futon. You want to introduce yourself again? You probably did.
Hi, I'm Amy.
And you're from? Where far
New York.
away? Yeah.
Most recently.
I
Nice.
saw New York plates, so I'm gonna be guessing New York.
There you go. So
Recently.
she's Amy. So anyway, yeah. Oh yeah. He's all dogified. Anyways. Yeah, we got a lot of funny stories. We'll have to save some of them for Noelle's birth. We'll all sit around and drink coffee.
You gotta get a recorder.
Yeah. I'm sure we had one somewhere.
We probably have 20.
Mm-hmm.
Find it.
Don't send us any.
No, but I
No,
got
yeah.
individuals.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, they're around. Do you have packages for mail call?
That's it, right there in front of you.
Oh,
We got one
That's it?
letter and one package. Prove it.
well,
Oh.
that's right.
Yeah, right? I wonder what this is. You'll have to half hour of people guessing what's in the box. Yeah. All right. Well, you guys have a good night, and I will see you. Oh, Steve's on tomorrow, and then you have Olivia Friday and Saturday, so you won't get to talk to me till Monday, so save up your questions.
Okay.
All right. I'll see you in the morning.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm up.
I'm up.
I'm up. Megan is very cheerful. Bye.
Bye.
Megan's very cheerful.
Don't talk about her while she's stoned.
I know. How is Wrinkle doing with eating slower? I don't know. That's not my department.
I'm told better.
Is she? Oh, good.
Still to watch it.
Will you go lie down?
There's another
Go on.
guy.
Who's the dog wandering around? I got a dog wandering.
Hey,
She's got to go outside or something, doesn't she? Isn't she a surgical case?
yeah.
Wait, is she this week's or last week?
No, this is today.
Today. She looks really good for earlier today.
Come on. We got a dog problem here? Oh, dear.
Hey,
She doesn't know where she is. That's a good girl. Come on.
he's good. He's good.
You can pee there if you'd like. Everybody else does, but, you know,
It's okay.
it's okay.
He can't swim. He's a little unsure.
Did somebody chase her out of her bed?
No, I think she just.
Oh,
You're right.
No, Riot's in the corner. Jet's still in her bed.
come on, you want to go outside? Good girl. Come on. Good girl. We're stuck. We're stuck. What's the problem? Very good girl. Come on. It's cool.
You gotta go back and go lie down. You wanna go lie down?
There we go. You go this way. Come on. Come on, you're okay.
She's
You're
she's
all right.
going to give her cookies.
Come on. Come on.
Actually, she's going to just looking.
You sit up on it. There you go. You want to go there now? Go ahead. How old is it? Okay, she's landed. She's just very confused. She's probably enjoying her drugs. Okay, where are we?
Milk.
What?
Such as it is.
Oh,
Now, if it's like last week, the package would show up about half an hour after we're done.
send me the recordings and I'll transcribe them for you. That'd be an idea. That's Jerry in Ohio. Gretchen Staples. Okay, everybody remind us of that tomorrow. We'll start looking for the staple remover. We have several.
You wouldn't know it.
How did the tea tent become known as the tea tent? Well, it used to be the iced tea tent because we drank iced tea down there all the time.
Oh, I thought it was party.
Oh, well, party tent, I suppose. No, it was the iced tea. We all drank Amazon iced tea. We don't have that there anymore. I don't know why. Probably don't sell it at Costco. That's why. Okay.
It'll switch to coffee.
Had to rescue a chipmunk from the cat. Okay, yeah. Okay, we'll be very quiet tonight. Dogfest story time. That could be fun.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta find the staple remover. Okay, guys. If you're done,
We can open the mail that we have, and then it might be more.
well, that's true. You haven't opened the mail yet. Ah, right. Okay. It happens when you get old. You know? I was supposed to do that first. Well, Megan handed me What? Get out of here. You go lie down. No. Go that way. Come on. Hey, get. Go lie down. Go. He's afraid. There's something over there.
Fly.
There's a. Huh?
He came through before and the fly came flying. Yeah.
Oh, dear. I tell you, you're going to have to learn to live with flies. This is the elephant and the mouse routine. It was about the same ratio, right? You okay? Okay. I'm certainly glad Jan sends us these because otherwise we wouldn't have any mail today. Carlene and Cruz, sorry you and Janine have such nasty neighbors. Hope karma or whatever comes to visit them. 15 years ago I had a house built that is in a community that has an association and all that goes with, oh my word, and all that goes with it, yep. Including mailbox colors. I know that you would not be happy at a place like that. Glad you passed it up for the historic farm. Checked when I got up. I see Maud is still keeping us waiting. What?
When was this sent?
When was this sent? Oh, it was. This was at the post office.
Oh.
You
Yeah.
didn't have enough postage.
Postage too.
And I finally
Mailed April 29th.
April 29th. Well, isn't that fun? Now I'll read it all again. It was at the post office, and I got the notice that there was something in the post office. And it took me a long time to catch up with the postman. I met him down the road here, and I gave him a quarter, and that's when he decided to bring it up. That was a couple of weeks ago. I gave him a
It
quarter.
says June 4th return, so they're getting ready to return it.
Oh my. So anyway, this is written on April what?
April 29th.
April 29th. So sorry you and Janine have such nasty neighbors. Hope karma or whatever comes to visit them. 15 years ago, I had a house built, etc. When I got up, I checked to see, and Maud is still keeping us waiting. I'm in for the long haul. Love you all in the work you're doing, dogs to get the dogs trained. Jan, isn't that funny? Well, let me tell you, Maud had a baby.
And she's cute.
And she's cute. Her name is Pocket.
Who pickers?
Pooh Pickers. Pooh Pickers and a dollar up. In Wisconsin, no butter substitutes may be fed to students, patients, or inmates of any state institution unless prescribed by a doctor. Wisconsin is full of cows, right? That's why that one got passed. Researching shows I see. Research shows 42% of Americans turn on a nightlight before going to bed. That could be true, but that also could be why you don't sleep. You do sleep better and longer if the TV is out and the lights are all out. I think. At least I do.
Works with me.
It's against the law in Wyoming to harm a fish with a gun. You're not supposed to shoot fish in a barrel. The Mythbusters had one of those going.
Yeah.
And they had to do it with a fake fish so that nobody got mad at them. Cat is a bipolar creature which would just as soon gouge your eyes out as it would cuddle. That's been the truth many times. Okay, we did that. And we have one box. One box from Fugan. And we let the questions collect there while we do this. Fugan Archibald. I think she's from California, right? Something like that.
I've seen the spelling of her last name.
What?
Her last name isn't spelled the way I think it is.
Oh my word.
What is that?
Huh. It's a funny thing to groom with, I believe. Groom, shed, clean. Huh. Groominja. Isn't that fun? It's a nice box, too. I don't think you're supposed to chew it. Not a toy. Sorry. Oh, I see. There you go. Ah, there's the business end. Come over here. Come here. We do this. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Huh. Isn't that fun? Turn around. Whoa, stay there. Pull stuff out. There you go. No, that's it. I don't think you get any more. Imagine if you had too many. Don't stick it out of you and take it in off too. That's all right.
Maybe you go for daily.
No, not used on daily. Okay, that'll have to be fun to use. Very good. Okay. I think I'm just going to put that. Get out of here. I think I'm going to put it back in here just for good luck. It is pretty sharp. There we go. You want to put that over the grooming department over there someplace? Right over here. I think we can play with it from there. Okay. Are you going to sit here on my... Sure. I'll go over there again. Get the water. Oh. Oh. We did that. We did that. We did that. We did that. We did that.
Hey, this is a different mouse.
You know, it could be. Now, wait a minute. It could be that nobody picked up the mail on the street.
I checked when I came
You
in.
did, okay.
Yes.
Because that would have come up to the house. Special delivery sort of. Hey, Ben Lee, are you really standing up again? How come you standing up?
We're all wondering what's in the package, but we know now. Somebody's a big baby today.
That's correct. He's behaving a lot of babies.
Okay, Ree Bentley and the fly. My dog developed a fear of flying insects somehow, and he never got over it. If there was a fly in the house, he would run outside until I killed it and brought him back in.
That's gonna be a problem around here.
Says when he was 15, he lost his hearing and lost his fear of flies.
Oh.
It was the buzzing that scared him.
Well, I think the buzz was somehow this happened after that electric thing.
Mhm.
You know, stuff cotton in your ears.
Question, dearest Carlene. My vet sent me a notice and coupon that the dog influenza virus is approaching the Midwest and suggested getting a series of vaccines for dogs that are bordered or groomed, etc. What are your thoughts on this?
Oh,
There's no research indicating that the vaccine helps with the
well,
virus.
yeah. The only thing I know is that I didn't know that anybody had anything that was going to help.
Mm.
I would do some reading on that. I would do some reading on that one.
Yeah, she goes on to say, I hear a cha-ching, cha-ching.
Like around here we have a veterinarian who's will inspect your dog's eyes.
Mhm.
He's a dog eye guy, and I don't know how many dogs he finds that need something to do
Yeah.
with eyes. I'm sure they do. They all work fine. That dogs can't see. Sure.
Well, she says, thank you for the info shared and your time, and keep up the great work.
I have a second opinion on that today. Seems to me, last time I talked to George, you know, we were worried about whether we had it. There's nothing to do about it anyway.
Mhm.
We just treat it symptomatically. And here we are sitting on all that fluid that everybody gave us last time, so we're all set to treat the symptoms.
Yeah.
The big thing much vomiting with diarrhea, and they get dehydrated quickly, and you gotta go to intravenous,
Mm-hmm.
not intravenous, sub-Q.
Subcutaneous.
I don't, the trouble is they call everything intravenous. But basically, giving a dog fluids under their skin, there's no trick. You just give them half a baseball in each location,
Uh-huh.
and you're all set. I mean, these dogs in a dire situation might get a full bag, but usually it's a half a bag, 500 cc.
Why is Katie out? Katie's pregnant.
What?
Someone asked, why is Katie out? Katie's pregnant.
Katie's pregnant.
Congratulations, Katie. Bentley enjoyed being brushed. Would it be possible to train Bentley, like with the uppy puppy, to get a treat when he hears a buzzing sound?
He's very distracted with that buzzing.
Yeah.
He never used to be like this.
Hmm.
It's all right being bad.
Yep, he's still a good.
He's okay. Bentley. He's okay. He's good boy. See, I think he thinks the fly is what caused the big shock.
Yeah.
I think that's the perspective he has on it.
Mhm.
Because he doesn't know what caused that
Right.
shock.
He
So
just hears the
now he
noise.
hears the noise and he thinks it's the fly that did
Yeah.
all that. It's not going to work that way, dear. You can't understand why I'm treating it so casually. What do we got?
A certain person in Georgia says, my dogs try to eat flies.
They
Nasty.
do.
Yeah.
Flies and bees and wasps and everything. And they usually can catch them.
Will Noelle have her puppies at the farm, and will Chaos's mom be there? Sorry, forgot Chaos's mom's name earlier.
I expect Chaos to have, Noelle to have her puppies here.
Mm-hmm.
And Eileen does like to come down when we have puppies, so probably, I don't know. Eileen has a family. She has a grandchild, great-grandchild, and a few things like that that are complicating her life.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to me the mother works and Eileen is taking care of the baby and stuff like that.
Oh, someone says, possible to move the camera, we can't see Carlene.
What?
They can't see you.
What is it on the dog?
What's that?
Is it on the dog?
I think it's on me and probably Amy.
Go on top and look.
Let's see. Chaos.
No, nope.
Nope.
Well,
Where?
oh, you want to turn it? Okay, then you can go to that. Is there a chaos thing there?
Chaos,
Okay.
camera control.
Oh, well. Very nearly.
Which way?
You can see my foot.
Yeah. Move your foot so they know it's you. There you go.
There you go.
Perfect. Now,
X out. X, no,
X,
way
X,
over
X.
to the other side left.
left.
Top. There
Top.
you go. X out. No, it's the red thing. There you go.
This is different.
There you go. Now you
And
gotta find yourself again.
Yep.
The circle is the funny thing in there.
circle with the funny thing. This
Yeah,
one?
Yep.
Okay.
Now, where's it going? Up.
No.
Up top. In there someplace.
And we're back,
Got it. Okay.
I think. Come on.
Oh, come on, not all that happened while we were gone.
A few.
Really?
Okay. My son's family is fostering a pound dog that's part Jack Russell and about 6 years old. At every chance, he bolts out the door. Can you suggest how they get him to stop and come back without chasing him? Of course, he thinks it's a fun game.
Well, you don't chase dogs.
Hmm.
They follow you. So if you go out with something very attractive, like a greasy hamburger or something, and then walk around with it, he eventually will fall in behind you, and then you walk in the door. Otherwise, you keep the door shut. miles with one?
Uh-huh.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Jack Russells are fast.
Jack Russells are fast.
Yeah.
But chasing them, I mean, they
Yeah.
just,
You'll
they
never
love it.
catch them.
They love the excitement.
My vet recommended a shot for Lyme. Thoughts? It is supposed to help them fight it if they get bitten by a tick.
Well, my experience has not been great with the Lyme shot. I used to give it. If you do give the Lyme shot, it means that snap test that they then do to test for Lyme will always be positive. And Lyme is a strange thing. Of all the dogs, of about 300 dogs here, I had one test negative.
Mhm.
I quit testing them.
It doesn't always adversely
It doesn't
affect them.
show.
Yeah.
You know, if they started from a lameness, low temperature, stuff like that, and the symptoms of Lyme, then what you do is you give them doxycycline for 4 days. And if they get better, then they've had Lyme, and you might as well continue it for 30 days. If they don't get better, then go figure out something else.
Mhm.
But it's always been Lyme. There's ticks around here. They're all over the place.
Oh, yeah. Bentley has seemed more active than usual. Is it just his issues?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comes and goes.
Which dogs are not spayed or neutered?
I don't know.
I'm a little afraid you'll keep not enough dogs, so get into problems.
Oh no.
No, we're gonna
I
keep
still have
some.
a couple.
Yeah.
Regina was that? I have the list on my desk. It's over here on this side. On a piece of shit paper.
This one?
Yeah, top two I'd say, isn't that? No. This is the one. This thing you got in your hand.
Okay.
What's it say? The top.
Says Reese and Wilbur.
Well, it's Reese and Wilbur, and then the bottom one I've changed.
Mhm.
That's Gretchen.
Uh-huh. And Tumbler. You scratched out Tumbler.
You didn't say Gretchen.
No.
No, who did you say? Who have I got to take the staples out of?
Gretchen?
Let me save her.
No, she
it was in
bloat.
seven.
That was for bloat.
Okay. You can't remember.
You'll know when someone comes in and says, Gretchen's in heat.
Then we would tell her.
So, somebody calls flies sky raisins.
Oh, that's a good one. Right? You missed that one. Somebody called flies sky raisins. That's a good thing. You coming through? Bentley, you're gonna have to move. Okay.
Karen wonders that the buzz of the fly sounds much like the electricity in the elevator that day because their hearing is much more sensitive.
I think that's what we're dealing with. Yes.
Mhm.
He never was afraid of flies.
When will you post the quick pics on the chatting board and show us our numbers?
That's Donna. So
Grace says they'll work on it.
they're working on it. What you should do is if you send your email address along with your information or whatever, then Donna will send you the numbers on email.
Mhm.
That would work out really well.
There you go.
But she'll get to putting them up here pretty soon.
Yep.
We've got a lot to do. You okay, Dale?
Do you wash the dogs with cold water from the hose or is it hooked up to hot water?
Oh,
Or does it matter?
no, it's hooked up to warm water.
Mhm.
It's hooked up to warm water.
Warm water. As far as mattering, I expect the dogs appreciate the warm water a lot more.
You go wash these dogs with cold water, you'll never catch them.
Wash yourself with cold water, see how it feels.
There's one of our recipients that takes a shower every night with her dog. dog gets in the shower with it.
How does the dog like that?
She must like it. She doesn't. She wouldn't win.
I've heard on more than one occasion that there are many, well, I don't know how many, but some dogs that are in service will keep trying to get into the shop with the person.
They'll certainly stick their head in.
Yep.
Then they have to keep their eye on you wherever you go.
Okay. Rugen says, I'm just joining you. Seems like my grooming tool arrived. It is for the donkeys. I hope it works. Scooter Karen told her they tried it on Bentley and it seemed to work well.
It'll work better on a horse.
He's the right
Donkey.
size, but
The trouble is, mommy donkey is the donkeys are fuzzier, and they don't totally shed until August.
Huh.
Mary in August would be shiny black.
Yep.
By October she was bleached out. She's on the golf cart.
Huh.
Anyway, we have a dog here which one of these dogs that got operated on has brown fur, and that's only because it's dead fur that's gotten bleached. Oh, I know what I meant to. Do I dare say what I meant to buy on eBay?
I don't know.
Oh, we had. Oh God, the last couple of years we have had. They still have them here. Children's butterfly nets, which we used to catch flies.
Oh, really?
When Mary was around, there were those great big black flies in
Oh,
the
yeah,
net.
yeah.
You could sweep the back of her, catch it with it. That's the dog that's got brown fur. That's the fur coming out, though.
Yeah.
He's really black. Did she say? Wonderful.
Good girl. Let's see. Maybe because of Lyme in the summer, it is important to use Advantage on them each summer month. I expect it's.
We use it all the time anyway.
Yeah.
We just have so many ticks.
Mhm.
We'll see how the kitty hens make out this year.
Somebody says, happy wedding anniversary to Earlene and Paul today.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my word. Okay.
Who knew? They did. Have you put the new banner on your golf cart tour bus that I sent last week?
What's the new
The tour bus banner that you got.
banner? I thought you said bear. Banner.
The bear comes next week.
That was. It's actually not going on my. It's going on
Right.
the tour
It
bus.
says the tour bus.
Yeah, it says tour bus on it. Grace was going to put that on it. Grace, did you put the tour bus line on yet? That's right. She was away for the weekend.
It will be done.
It will be done. That's a nice sign. I like that sign.
Yep.
I don't know where it is. Do you know where it is?
Jeez, I thought I saw it. Right.
Oh, okay. It's with the tour bus.
Oh, God. My vet calls dried up worms on the sidewalks worm jerky.
Yeah. That's
My female greyhound loves to eat them. Yuck.
There wouldn't be around here though because the guinea hens would get them.
Yeah. Penguin hugs. What is dessert and will it involve chocolate? Mhm.
No, I think we're still working on those things out at Costco. The key lime pie thing.
Ooh, nice.
We're eating half of them or a quarter of them or something.
What's for dinner?
It has chicken in it. It has mushrooms in it. And I don't know anything else.
Some kind of casserole?
Yeah. Apparently, naan.
Gotta be it. Okay, Oreo Betty says Ivy sticks her head in the shower.
I stick that
Mhm.
in. There you go.
Teach Bentley how to use the fly swatter. Just
There you
kidding.
go. Put it on a sale, right?
Just kidding.
Oh, no, wait a minute. Would that be a calendar picture?
Oh, it could be.
Oh, that might be a good one. Oh, maybe we should work on that one.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a thing here. I mean, you'd have to work with it. It would work with. I could do it with Bailey, no problem.
Right.
Because she's used to something happening that's temporary, and she knows that she just does normal
Yep.
things.
She's the
Everything will be fine.
she's the
It'll
professional.
take me probably 3 weeks to get him used to a fly swatter or to his tail.
Yeah.
We can do it.
Well, if you show him it kills flies, and he'll love it.
Show him, right? Right. You can work on that part.
Does Carlene see Pockets staring at Lincoln on video thinking, who are you?
I didn't see that.
No. I've seen her at the fence, just looking over it.
They
Lincoln every
have
now
a
and then.
way of swapping breath. Mary used to do it all the time.
Yeah.
She used to do it with the dogs, and I think that's why the dogs didn't chase her.
Huh.
She'd put her head way down the bottom, ordinarily grazing, but if the dog came over, she'd move her head over next to the fence, and they'd breathe at each other. And that seemed to be some sort of truce.
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't know what they were talking about, but I watched them do it too often. But it was strange.
Okay, this is a strange question. Did Grace see my grace?
Did Grace what?
Did Grace see my grace?
Did Grace see my Grace? Oh, the movie? Or the... I don't know.
Oh,
The book.
picture.
Right. I think it's
There's a book. There's a book about a deaf Great Dane.
Oh, okay.
Great.
Did she see it?
The book. It's not a movie.
Do the intact male dogs get along with the neutered males?
The whole thing is pretty flaky.
Hmm.
It depends on the dog. If you get a fresh neutered dog, he's going to get nailed.
Yeah.
Bentley's not really a fighter, though.
But Walter and Magnus get along.
Who did Walter fight with just the other day?
Grumman. Yeah.
That's the neuter. No, that's
Mm,
Gromit.
yeah,
No, Grommet's intact.
Grumman's
Gromit's
intact.
intact. He fought with Gromit.
Grommet is one of the.
Gromit is
one of these guys. This size.
Has he been neutered yet?
I don't think so.
That could be it. But at any rate, they had a fight.
So the answer is some do, some don't.
I don't, yeah.
Is Pockets eating hay and grain now?
Not that I know of. She's picking up a little bit here and there, but I don't think it really.
Great. Grace said not grain. Yeah. What time is your dinner tomorrow? Is it tomorrow?
No.
Will there be mail call?
No, it's not tomorrow. It's the 9th of June.
Uh-huh.
We just finished the news release, the media release. To go with it.
What dinner? I don't know about this.
This is the Cummings dinner.
Oh.
They wanted us to do an official media release.
Uh-huh.
Stuff with everything.
Huh.
That's what Ann and I worked on for the last 2 days.
Mama bears breathe and lick their cubs' mouths to transfer necessary enzymes, etc., to their babies.
Could be. Baby horses eat shit.
Learn something new every day.
No, it's supposed to do the enzyme thing. Grace, did we put that in the oven?
I haven't.
Probably ought to do that, no? I think it's all cooked, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, next.
Oh, I was gonna say, that's it. Is grain a treat for Maud, or does she need it? Is grain a treat for Maud, or does she need it?
What she needs.
She
Well, she could live on hay.
Yeah.
Horses could live on hay and water. Out there out grazing, they could eat grass and water.
Right.
But
But they would find some grains in the wild if they're eating.
Well, they might, but then donkeys are they certainly don't eat much grain. They can get in trouble with grain, but they're pretty careful about what they eat.
Mhm.
Where the horse is not.
They do enjoy it, though.
Oh Oh, they like it.
Yes, they
So
do.
it's got molasses in it.
Yeah.
I don't think she'd get excited about straight oats.
Well, that seems to be it.
Okay. Shutting off?
Saying good night.
What do you got?
Good night. Thank you.